Hey guys, it's John from Physical Living, and in this video I'm going to give you some progressions to work up to the ab wheel rollout exercise. Just some stepping stones to work your way up there, starting from the very most beginner level and just giving you some safe progressions so that you can work up to it safely and effectively. So I'm going to move kind of quick. I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty details of each exercise, but the first thing you want to do is master your standard front elbow plank for at least a minute, and I recommend doing a lot more than a minute. Once you've spent some time on the standard plank, I'm going to teach you a modified plank just real quickly. So it's exactly like the standard plank, except instead of just being on your elbows on the outside knife edge of your forearms, you're going to turn your palms down flat, so you're resting more on your forearms. And everything about the plank is the same, except you're going to pull down with your arms, so that your elbows are pulling down towards your ribs. It's kind of creating a tension of like a crunch-like tension in your core. And you're going to maintain that isometric contraction of pulling your forearms, pulling your elbows down throughout the full plank. And again, you want to work up to at least a minute of holding that position. And it should be a very strenuous plank. You should be doing a maximal, near maximal isometric contraction in that position. So those are kind of the first two steps. The next step, which is also done from this kneeling position, just going to get set up like you would with your ab wheeler, and you're going to put your hands down and you're just going to walk your hands forward, keeping your core tight, your glutes squeezed, your tailbone tucked, and trying to maintain that pulling sensation with your arms as you walk them out. So you're not just balancing out here, you're pulling the floor towards you by keeping your elbows locked and your shoulders packed down, and your core keeping your core tight. And you're going to get out as far as you can while maintaining that, and then walk yourself back up. Maybe you've seen the inchworm exercise where you just walk your hands out. It's the same thing, it's just done from your knees. So once you've done that, you can walk yourself out a good 10 times without pain, with good technique and under control, without killing yourself or bursting your spleen or something. You're going to move to the exercise ball. And the first progression with the ball, I'd like you to just start in this top of push-up position with your palms on either sides of the ball, fingers pointing out to the sides. And you're just going to get into this push-up plank. Lock your knees, squeeze your glutes, tighten your core, pack your shoulders down, just lock everything down so that you're in a nice tight plank position. You're just going to hold this for time. Work up to at least a minute, and if you can already do a minute, then you're ready for the next exercise, which is called stir the pot. So from a same position, except on your elbows, so you're still in that plank position, it's just you're on your elbows now. You're just going to walk the ball around with your elbows. You can reverse directions if you want, or you can keep a continuous circle going on. I like to stop in the middle and reverse directions because I think it's harder. But you're going to work on stirring the pot. You want to do that for probably a good 30 seconds or more. And once you can do that, it's time to work up to ab rollouts with the exercise ball. So instead of using the wheel, which is lower to the ground, a little harder, we're going to use the ball. So you're just going to put your elbows at first on the ball, and you're just going to lock everything down, contract your core and your glutes, and you're just going to roll forward as far as you can, and then come back. You might need to walk the ball forward a little bit. You're going to go as far as you can, keeping your tailbone tucked and your core tight. Eventually you can do it from your hands. So you start with your hands right about here. You're going to roll out as far as you can, keeping everything tight, and then roll back. And with each one of these stages, you want to work up to being able to do at least 10 reps of each exercise. It would be better if you worked up to 15 or 20 reps. But you can get pretty much all the way there with an exercise ball if you're diligent and keep working with it. If you want to make the exercise ball harder, like if you've got one of these, you really don't need one of these. If you're just planning to work up to the ab wheel rollout, the typical ab wheel rollout, this will do everything that can do. But if you want to make these harder, you elevate your legs. I don't actually know if I can do this on here. I wasn't going to use this for that. You just get your knees higher, and so that the ball is a little bit lower in relation. And so more of your weight will be on your arms, and it's going to make the exercise harder. So preferably you'd have like a pad or something, not something uncomfortable like that. But assuming you've done that, and you've mastered the ab wheel rollouts on the ball, you can start using the ab wheel. And if you have some type of makeshift ramp that you can use where you ramp it up away from you, then it's going to make the exercise easier. Totally optional, but if you've got an old aerobic step or some lumber laying around that you can prop up on one side, you just get into your ab wheel rollout position and just go as far as you can without going over the edge. Maintain nice control of the full range of motion, and eventually you'll be able to go to the floor like you would for the full ab wheel rollout. And so there you have it. Those are just some progressions to work your way up from being a beginner up to the full kneeling ab wheel rollout. Hope this video was helpful, and thank you for your time. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.